his 17th point of the evening as McQuarters has it on the baseline. McQuarters in down low to John Knoll, puts it through and good. 34 all, minute 35 to go first half. Elfeld across. Jeff bringing it up and hits Ken Glazer. Glaze free throw line. Gets it off to Mark Logston. Log over to Brian Brown, free throw line. Hits Glazer running for it. And saved. Mark Logston went out of bounds. So Leavenworth, after a long comeback stretch, is now going to be able to
have a chance to go ahead now as we see Dave Shepard and Mitch Wiles coming to the game.
As Lampkin comes out. And Knoll goes out. I believe, no, Knoll's still in as Mitch Wiles brings it up now. 34 all, minute 10 to go. Wiles bringing it up, plenty of time to score. As he'll bring it up. Slight pressure by the Lancers as Logston covering, and Wiles has it blocked away, and he'll bring it back up as Log almost blocked it there. Logston good at picking up the traveling calls as Wiles has to go off his foot, no call on it there. And
I can't believe that.
McQuarters goes up. Back over to Wiles, all this occurring way here in the backcourt, across by the midcourt line. Back to Knoll. Knoll over to McQuarters. McQuarters with it. Hits Wiles, back over to Leaper. Leaper back to Wiles, and they're going to try to run this clock down for the last shot as Wiles has it in the backcourt. 15 seconds now to go, and they'll start to pressure. Leaper has it, back off to Wiles. 10 seconds to go, 12 seconds to go. And now 9 seconds. As McQuarters has it, they're going to try to get the free throw. High post, free, top of the key jump shot, and the foul called with 3 seconds to go on Dave Shepard, and they're going to shoot it.
Making it 17. Kelly picked up 4 for 6.5. 2 for Logston in the quarter, making it 3 for him. Brown picked up free throw there at the end, and he has 5 in the first half. And Jeff Elfeld has 4.5. He didn't get any shots in the second quarter. For Leavenworth, Knoll is hot in the second quarter with 8 points. He has 10 in the game. Leaper has 12 in the game. 6 for McQuarter, 2 for Lampkins. And Shepard and Cannell, they all have 2 points. So we're going to be going to third quarter action soon as the Lancers lead it by a score of 35-34.
Thank you, Richard. And we'll be bringing you the second half of action in about 8.5 minutes.
So I guess all of you have heard that Coach Dale Graham is in his last year here at Shawnee Mission East. Well, I'll miss him greatly as he'll be leaving us and going off to, what college is that, Jeff? For our
That's
viewers?
Kansas City, Kansas Community College, John.
Look at the camera.
Whatever.
Talk to the folks, okay? Okay. We've seen a good game here tonight as the drill team is on, and we have halftime show coming up. I'll try to get that going for us here.
bringing you the second half of action.
The hairstylist of Seville Square.
Don't you mean the barber of Seville?
No, I mean Hair Care Harmony.
And Leavenworth. Bill Kelly will jump, and he'll be jumping against Dave Shepard. Ball goes up, and Kelly controls over to Brian Brown, but it's taken out of his hands by John Knoll. Knoll throws it over to Mitch Wiles. Wiles brings it up court for Leavenworth, as Leavenworth's going left to right, and Shepard forces his way in, and he misses his shot, gets his own rebound, and tips it in. So it's 36-35, Leavenworth leads. East takes it down with some pressure from Leavenworth, and Glazer throws it over to Brown, who's going to drive the lane, throws up a shot, it's in. Brian Brown gets his first bucket of the second half, and Mitch Wallace throws a long court pass down to Jeff Leeper, but it was too long, and it goes out of bounds, so it'll be East ball as they lead 37-36 with 7:27 left to go, and we're going to have a man-to-man press by Leavenworth. They've been doing this all game. Brown throws it into Jeff Elfelt. Elfelt cuts it across court, crosses the timeline, bounce passes over to Dave Wetzler on the far side. Wetzler hits Brian Brown at the top of the key, looks around, hits Elfelt on the near side. Elfelt over to Kelly at the free throw line. Fires away, it's off the front of the rim, rebound, David Wetzler. Wetzler will take it to the hoop, puts it up, no good. And there's a foul on Bill Kelly as John Knoll controls the rebound. Bill Kelly goes over his back, and that'll be Bill Kelly's fourth foul of the game, and he'll come out as Mark Logsdon. We'll see some more action for the Lancers. So Bill Kelly already has 4 fouls in this ball game. And Mitch Wiles comes up the court for Leavenworth. He crosses the timeline, looks around, he's being pressured by Jeff Elfelt as East is in a man-to-man defense. Leeper inside to Knoll. Knoll turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Ken Glazer. Glazer, bounce pass over to Jeff Elfelt. He'll take it up court for Shawnee Mission East. Crosses the timeline, hits Mark Logsdon on the near side. Logsdon looks around, takes a few dribbles, hits Brian Brown at the top of the key. Brown over to Jeff Elfelt. Elfelt back to Wetzler on the far side. Wetzler inside to Ken Glazer. Glazer over to Elfelt. Elfelt back to Logsdon at the free throw line. Logsdon puts it up and through. So Mark Logsdon picks up his 5th point of this ball game. And Mitch Wiles brings it up court for Leavenworth. And violation by Leavenworth will give East the ball, and Brian Brown will inbounds as East leads 39-36. So David Wetzler throws it into Mark Logsdon. Logsdon takes a few dribbles, being pressured by Lampkins. He throws it over to Wetzler, back to Brian Brown, over to Jeff Elfelt, who fired one from 20. Off the front of the rim, rebound by Jeff Leeper, and he's going to go on a fast break over to Lampkins. Lampkins gets the ball blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Mark Logsdon, and Logsdon cannot believe it. And Logsdon will pick up his third foul of the night. And Greg Lampkins will go to the free throw line for Leavenworth. So Greg Lampkins at the line. He'll be shooting two, 39-36. His first one is up and in. Second one underway as he takes a few dribbles. And he'll bring it upstairs for the release. It's up and it's off the front of the rim, and Ken Glazer grabs it. Jeff Elfelt controls the free throw line over to Ken Glazer. Glazer back to Elfelt. Elfelt looks for somebody and he drives the lane, puts one up off the glass, it's in. Jeff Elfelt takes the hoop himself and converts it for 2 points. As Jeff Leeper takes it down for Leavenworth. Fakes the pass inside, hits it over to McQuarters. McQuarters to the baseline. Bounce pass inside to Knoll. Knoll takes it up, puts it up, and off the front of the rim. Rebound, Knoll, as he gets his own rebound, puts it back in. And it's a close ball game as East leads 41-39.
John Knoll, a short man out there, has got the responsibility of taking Glazer, and he's playing very well.
Ken over to Jeff Elfelt on the far side. Back to Brian Brown, who's near the free throw line. Over and across to Mark Logs and down low to Jeff Elfelt. Elfelt driving to the middle. He'll throw it out to Ken Glazer. Glazer back to Elfelt on the near side. Elfelt out to Brian Brown near the free throw line. Brown over to Logs on around the horn. And he tries to throw it inside to Ken Glazer, but he's fouled by John Knoll as Knoll overplaying Glazer just a little bit too much, and he'll pick up his first foul of the game. So David Wetzel will inbounds underneath Leavenworth basket for Shawnee Mission East. He throws it out to Jeff Elfelt over to Log, back to Elfelt inside to Ken Glazer, puts one up off the side of the glass, rebound. Brian Brown, no good, and it's tipped out by Leavenworth, and it'll be East ball. Brian Brown could not quite convert the tip in. So Wetzel will take it out of bounds for Shawnee Mission East, and he passes inside Jeff Elfelt. Elfelt over to Logson, Logson back to Elfelt. Elfelt takes a few dribbles, hits Logson, who takes it over to the top of the key. Looking for somebody to pass to, hits Elfelt. Elfelt back to Logson, who's gonna fire it from the free throw line. It's up, no good, rebound, Brian Brown, but they're gonna call a foul on Brian Brown, and he's mad. The fans are mad. They say he's gonna go over his back, and Brian Brown can't believe it. That'll be Brian's second foul of the game.
Brian's just playing aggressive. I guess the reputation is begun. That was a Sunflower League call, as they're starting to call it now, Jeff.
Excuse me, that was his third foul of the game, and Leeper drives the lane, puts it up and through. Jeff Leeper ties up the game at 41, and he's been the hot one for Leavenworth tonight, as he's not missed from the outside yet. And Brown throws it over to Logs, who can't quite convert, and rebound by Leeper. Leeper's gonna take it down by himself. A 4-on-1, hands it off to McQuarters. McQuarters inside, no good, gets his own rebound, no good. Rebound Mark Logson. Logson gets it knocked out of his hands by McQuarters, but the referee's gonna call a foul on McQuarters, and Doug Heder comes into the game for Mark Logston. It will be East ball underneath their own basket. And so McQuarters picks up his first foul of the game. And Brown will inbounds for Shawnee Mission East. Goes over to Jeff Elfelt. Elfelt controlling for Leavenworth. Over to Wetzel across the timeline. Wetzel's gonna drive it in. Over to Brian Brown, who puts it through. Perfect pass from David Wetzel to Brian Brown. And Jeff Leeper bounce passes it over to McQuarters. McQuarters gonna bounce pass it inside to Knoll. He goes up with it, it's no good. There's gonna be an offensive foul on the play, as John Knoll will get his second foul of the game, as he's called for elbowing. It will be East ball, as Brian Brown will inbounds for East. He throws it off to Jeff Elfelt, who's being pressured by Jeff Leeper. Elf, through his legs, crosses the timeline. Over to Brian Brown inside. Brown looking for somebody to pass to, hits Wetzel on the near side. Wetzel brings it back around. Over to Doug Hedrick in the corner. Hedrick drives to the lane, and he's blocked by Lampkins, but they're gonna call a foul on Greg Lampkins. So Lampkins picks up his first foul of the game, and Doug Hedrick will go to the line as East leads 43-41 with 3 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Excuse me, that was his third foul of the game. Greg Lampkins picks up his third foul of the game, and Leavenworth calls a timeout. Let Doug Hedrick think about this a little while.
Jeff, this game's going to come right down the wire as neither team has the advantage in fouls thus far, and the outside shooting of the Leavenworth Pioneers has got to be admired, and that may really do it for them down the stretch. But on the contrary, East has the rebounding tonight, so it's going to be, it's anybody's ball game.
Right now, that sure is the case as Hedrick studies for his first free throw of the varsity game, and it's in and out as Doug Hedrick could have missed a key free throw for Shawnee Mission East. His second one will be underway as he dribbles, concentrates, brings it upstairs, and releases. It's in. East leads by 3, 44-41, and Jeff Leeper will take it up court for Leavenworth, being pressured by Hedrick. Leeper over to McQuarters. McQuarters on the far baseline. Bounce pass inside to Finnell. Finnell inside to Knoll, and Knoll puts it up. He's fouled by Brian Brown. The shot goes through, and this could be a three-point play that could tie up this ball game, and Brian Brown picks up his fourth foul of the game. Mark Logsdon will come back into play as Brian Brown will go out. They can't afford to lose Brown or Kelly this early in the game. This could be costly.
Knoll, the team captain, has been able to come in and do what their coach wants him to do, and he's usually getting results from John Knoll as he puts up the three-pointer, hopefully a three-pointer for the Pioneers.
It's
in,
through. And it's a tie ball game at 44. Glazer over to Hedrick. Hedrick back to Glaze. He'll dribble it up, throws it over to Glaze. Glaze across the timeline to Jeff Elfelt. Elfelt dribbling around, hits Wetzler on the near side. Wetzler hits Logsdon. Logsdon's going to take it to the free throw line, and it's through. Mark Logsdon takes his free throw, puts it through. There's 2:36 left to play, and East leads by 2. And it's almost stolen by Doug Hedrick, but Leeper controls. Goes over to McQuarters, who fires up a long 20-footer from the near side. Ken Glazer gets the rebound. Hands it off to Jeff Elfelt. He'll take it up court for Shawnee Mission East. Takes to the free throw line and pumps. No good. Rebound Elfelt as he follows his shot, and he's fouled by McQuarters. So John McQuarters will pick up his second foul of the game, and Jeff Elfelt will go to the line as Leavenworth is the first one to go into the penalty situation. Elf will have a one-on-one situation. East leads by 2. And his first one is up and in. And Jeff Elfelt makes his first free throw of the night. He has 7 points on the night thus far.
On that rebound, Jeff got in there extremely well. He'll come up with the big play for you, as someone's going to have to tonight.
Elfelt hits the second one, and East leads by 4. As Mitch Wiles takes it up court for Leavenworth, throws it down to Leeper, and Leeper's going to drive the baseline. He drives it and puts it up, no good. Mark Logsdon rebound. Logsdon over to Jeff Elfelt. Elfelt with 2:03 left to go in the third quarter. Crosses the timeline, being pressured by Leeper. Throws it over to Hedrick on the far side. Hedrick back to Logsdon. Logsdon inside to Ken Glazer, and he's fouled. No, they're going to call a foul on Ken Glazer. They're going to call him for, no, excuse me, that was a foul. It was on Lampkins, and Lampkins picks up his 4th foul of the game. 2nd foul of the game.
Greg Lampkins is one of the top 3 outside shooters for the Pioneers.
As Glazer puts it through.
As Knoll and Leeper would have to be, in my estimates, the other 2 finer shooters.
Second one underway, and it's also in. And free throw shooting could win it for Shawnee Mission East tonight as they lead by 6 with 1:49 left to play in the third quarter. Pass goes over to McQuarters, bounce pass into Knoll, fires one from the lane, no good. Rebound, Finnell, and Finnell puts it through on the offensive rebound. John Finnell gets his first bucket of the game, and Elfelt will be pressured by Leeper. He'll dribble it up court. Throws it over to Doug Hedrick. Hedrick is fouled by Greg Lampkins, and he'll get his 3rd foul of the game. and Hedrick will go to the line.
That was his second field goal on the Lancer side. Who got the last bucket there?
Finnell.
Yeah, that was his second field goal. Is Lampkin's a small man.
Hedrick
Just coming off the bench well.
Hedrick one-on-one situation. First one's through. Doug Hedrick gets a key free throw for Shawnee Mission East as they are up by 5 with 1:27 left to go in the third quarter. Second one is off the back of the rim. Mitch Wells gets the rebound. And Leaper has being pressured in the corner, throws it out to Wiles, almost loses it. And he regains the ball, and he's at the top of the key inside the Leaper. A give and go play is blocked by Mark Logson. And 1 minute left to go. Wiles over to Lampkins. Lampkins inside to Knoll. Knoll will drive the lane, puts one up from the lane, no good. Rebound, Jeff Elfelt. Elfelt, pressured by Leaper, throws it over to Dave Wetzel. Wetzel has it on the far side, inside to Mark Logsden. Logsden throws it over to David Wetzel. Over to Ken Glazer at the free throw line. Glazer back to Elfelt. Elfelt, inside pass to David Wetzel. Bounce pass to Logsden, and he's tied up. It'll be Mark Logsden and John Finnell. With a tip with 31 seconds left to play in this third quarter. And it's controlled by Logsden, and Elfelt gets the tip. Crosses the timeline, being pressured by Leaper. Goes over to Wetzler. Wetzler to Logsden. Logsden at the free throw line. He throws over Jeff Elfelt on the baseline and puts it through.
Jeff has been a hot shooter tonight. He's usually not the big scorer, but he's picking up the slack tonight with excellent outside shots like that one.
And Lampkins has it at the top of the key over to Wiles with 4 seconds left. Leaper will take it up the free throw line, dumps it off to Wiles, 2, 1, and it's no good. Start the fourth quarter of play. Glazer will jump against Shepard. He's back into the game for Leavenworth. And the tip goes over to McQuarters. McQuarters bounce passes it over to Wiles. Wiles back to McQuarters. Bounce pass inside to Shepard. Puts one up, it's through. It's Dave Shepard. Turnaround jumper from 4 feet in the lane. And again, Leavenworth with the press over to Mark Logson. Being trapped, it goes over to Doug Hedrick, who gives it to David Wetzel. Wetzel across the timeline, gonna drive it over to Ken Glazer, and it's knocked out of bounds by John Knoll.
Pioneers are gonna have to make a couple of unanswered buckets quick to even things out down the stretch here.
And Elfelt has it over, throws it over to Hedrick. Hedrick now has the top of the key. Over to Elfelt on the far side. Down low to Log. Log back to Elfelt. East up by 5 points with 7:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Logson throws over to Doug Hedrick. And Leavenworth is in a 2-1-2 zone defense as the ball goes back out to Log. Log back to Wetzler. Over to Jeff Elfelt. Elfelt calls play 1, and Leavenworth comes out of their 2-1-2 zone for man-to-man defense. Wetzler over to Log. Log down to Hedrick on the corner. He throws one up. It's no good. It's an air ball, and it goes off of McQuarters' foot, and they're going to call a foul on David Wetzler. Nobody can believe that, and so it will be one-on-one situation as that Leavenworth goes into the penalty, gets a bonus situations. Both teams are now in the bonus situation. Wetzler picks up his 3rd foul of the night. And McQuarters will have a free throw, one-on-one free throw situation. First one up is off the front of the rim, rebound Jeff Elfelt. They missed 3 of those one-on-one situations tonight, John.
As that's going to cost him down the stretch.
Elfelt over to Hedrick.
53-48.
Hedrick over to Elfelt on the far side. He's going to drive it down low over to David Wetzler. Wetzler back out to Logs in the top of the key. Inside to Ken Glazer. Turnaround jumper is blocked, but he's fouled by Dave Shepard. And Shepard picks up his 4th foul of the game. So Ken Glazer goes to the line for Shawnee Mission East. He is 5 for 5 on the night. 6 for 6.
Ken's probably the best free throw shooter in the state of anybody over 6'5". Yes, he's I gotta say it, he's a good free throw shooter from his size.
And 7 for 7. I don't know whether that makes that much difference or not.
Oh yeah.
As Wiles has it for Leavenworth.
Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, that's an
ever.
exception, John. Goes to Leaper, who throws up baseline shot. Rebound Ken Glazer, and John McQuarters is all over Ken Glazer's back, and he'll be called for the foul. He'll pick up his 3rd foul of the night. He goes out of the game, and in for him is Greg Lampkins.
Pioneers are going to have to ease up on Ken because he'll make him from the free throw line, and you got to just play him tough, but you can't foul out and give him charity stripe throws while you do it.
That's right, and so he'll have a one-on-one situation once again, and Glazer puts it through. That's been the key for East the last couple games. Like last Tuesday night's game, they shot 90% from the free throw line, and that's not just 9 for 10, that's 30 for 33, John.
Good arithmetic again as Jeff House.
Ken Glazer
on the mat.
puts it again.
Seriously, yeah, that is good.
Wiles has it, long pass over to Lampkins. Lampkins gets tipped by Doug Hedrick as Wiles regains control of it. Long pass back over to Lampkins. Bounce pass inside to Knoll. He'll take it up and he's fouled. They're gonna call a foul, I think, on David Wetzler. Not sure.
Doug Hedrick's playing.
Yes, it was on Dave.
A lot as Coach Graham saw Doug play probably his best game as a JV ball player all season. He had 14 points and quite a number of steals, as I recall.
That's right.
He's getting his varsity action in tonight.
David Wetzler picks up his 4th foul of this ball game. And Knoll misses the one-on-one, gets his own rebound. Bounce pass over to Wiles, fadeaway jumper is in. So Mitch Wiles saves the day for Leavenworth and puts it through. As Glazer looks for somebody to pass to, realizes he's not going to get the ball in play and calls a timeout.
Very wisely as Ken Glazer calls timeout. He realized he couldn't get it in. Smart play.
That's a tribute of a smart ball player. I saw that happen in the Kings game the other night. As
Phil Ford,
nobody was in that case it was the Kings' fault as nobody was there to get an inbounds pass, and he called timeout so they would not turn the ball over.
Log, we're seeing some more glimpses of his old form as he had in the first half of the year before he was sick. He's coming back.
Glazer throws over to Elfelt. Elfelt back over to Glazer. Has some heavy pressure from Leavenworth. Back over to Lane Funk, who's now in the game. And he gets the ball slapped away, crosses the timeline. Lane Funk being pressured by Jeff Leaper. Funk seen his first action tonight, throws it over to Jeff Elfelt, who replaced David Wetzler.